Evening peeps, done it again, blammo, that's what you're meant to be looking at. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have got for you some more racing, but before we get into that, you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourselves over to We Are Driven on Facebook as well, go sign yourselves up, find out what's going on there. And then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Right, with that out the way, let's get on with tonight's racing. Mini Cooper Cup back tonight. The CHewitt Racing boys are back on track at the tricky Sardegna B road track tonight. So let's have a look at some scores, shall we? Let me just make that bigger. Old eyes. Pajonski then leading the way, 135 points. Nipping at his heels though is LWR Millerman on 131 in second. Rob Scott third with 121 points. Cutler 182 on 116 points. D.90 in 5th place with 106 points. We've got Duds in 6th with 76 points. Got Old Crawler with 68 points for 7th. Graham Reed's 8th with 64 points. And then we move to DMK Dominator, 49 points on the board for him for 9th. Bogus Begbie has got 36 points for 10th position. And the lower half of the table, One Eye Lou DK, 36 points on the board in 11th. TRG Aldo, 33 points. And then we've got Tatey on 7 for 13th. Kaz Converter for 4 points for 14th. And Conrad Racing, 0 points on the board so far. So, as mentioned, we are at Sardegna Road Track B. Tricky little circuit. Stickers and t-shirts still available, people, if you're interested in any of that. £3 a pair for the stickers. And t-shirts are £22 each, plus free postage and one pre-sticker of your choice. I'm in, Cutler. Oh, okay. Let me just tell these boys that I'm ready. Computer decided to go for an update. Thank you very much. So I was a little bit late getting into the lobby. Come on, not supposed to be sending. Come on, there we go. Right, let's get ourselves in this lobby then. Looks like everyone out on track, getting some laps on. So it's a 10-minute quali, and then we've got 3 15-minute sprint races for you. So different setup to last season. I think it changed. Did it change halfway through the season? First couple of races, can't quite remember. But yes, 3 sprint races for you tonight. You can only use 1 set of tyres per race. And you have to use 1 set of hards, 1 set of mediums, and 1 set of softs throughout the night. So it's entirely up to you. Obviously, if you're racing with hards in race 1, you can't use those for race 2 or race 3. Same for softs, same for mediums, and that goes for the same for race 2, exactly the same thing. So only one set of tyres per race, and only able to use that set for that particular race. Let's just have a look who we've got in the room. Oh, it's gone all the way over there. Got DMK Dominator, Cutler 182, D.90, One Eye Lou. Got Vroom Vroom 3. Rob's got 12. LWR Millerman, Duds, Pajonski, Old Crawler, and Graham Reeds. So looks like we've got 11 drivers on track tonight. Hopefully they all stick around and see the races out tonight. So 10-minute qualifying. Oh, stop it. Work L2. Here it is. Set in some beautiful countryside is Sardegna. You lot can tell me where it is. I'd suggest somewhere on the Mediterranean. So let's put the usual nonsense on for you lot before it gets into anything dramatic. So still on outlaps then at the minute. A couple of drivers just lagging at the back of the field. Dudds and Cutler out back of the field at the minute. Ooh, D-Dot just getting a little bit wrong there. Pajonski coming through. Pajonski decided to chuck it back in the pits, not happy with the tyres he's on. D-Dot's picked himself up a penalty in qualifying. That's that lap ruined. So One Eye Lou then leads us round for the first of the hot laps. We'll go on board with him. Into turn one. Tricky little corner this one, easy to get it wrong. Stick your wheels on the sand there and get it all over the place. Through the right left big open chicane. Plenty of power to be carried through here. And this great big left hand uphill elbow. Not as tricky as some of the circuits. Very different variations to the Sardegna track. This being the B variation, so through the right-hander down the hill into the little kink left, along the flat at the bottom into a next kink left, heading towards this almost just over 90-degree right and back up the hill. Again, this is a good opportunity for overtaking up here. If you get that corner a little bit slow, you'll have people diving up the inside here on this almost hairpin. Double apexed corner. Kept it on track so far for One Eye Lou. Into the left-hander, a lot of speed being carried through there, almost 90 miles an hour. Then into the final little corner on the circuit. Tricky little corner this one. It comes round to the left and then instantly turns right. As you said, that's exactly where we saw D-Dot get it a little bit wrong. Stick a wheel on the grass. Right, let's see what sort of times we got coming in now then. Come on, that's not the button I want. One Eye Lou then, 134.8. Can anyone better that as they come through? Not so far. One Eye Lou then on 134.8. Rob Scott put in a 135.3. Room, he's got a 136.7 for third at the minute. Still plenty of time left on the clock though. Old Crawler fourth, 38.7. Graham Reed's fifth, 39.6. Oh, Cutler just going quicker though, 134.6. He sticks himself on pole, just a quarter of a second quicker than One Eye Lou's time. Oh, he just chucks himself off in the grass then. Keeps himself off track while Rob Scott comes through as well. So Cutler takes pole then. One Eye Lou second, Rob Scott third, Vroom fourth, Old Crawler fifth, Graham Reed sixth. Jump on with Pajonski. He's got 137.1 on the board, but it's not counted. Putting in purple sectors though. Let's get the old live chat going so I don't miss anything from you lot. So D-Dot in 8th then, lost his penalty now. Still no hot lap on the scoreboards for him as yet. Same for Dudds, a 139.9 there, but must have got a penalty or something for that. DMK Dominator yet to do a hot lap. And Millerman also yet to do a hot lap. So Cutler retains that pole for now then. Lou unable to beat that 134.8 on that lap there. Rob Scott pushes himself up into third position, 134.8 on board for him then. So drivers to watch tonight really: Cutler, Pajonski, Rob Scott, D-Dot. Who else we got? Millerman as well. Take nothing away from the other drivers. Oh, Millerman putting in a little purple sector there as well as he. Pajonski actually goes quicker with that hot lap. 134.5, sticks himself just 300ths quicker than Cutler. Let's get ourselves on with Millerman though, because he's about to put a hot one in. Still got purple showing. Gets the final turn just about right. What does he put in then? What does he put in? Comes across the line now. 135.2. So that's not counted either. That maybe picked up a penalty somewhere around on that lap as well. but up into third nonetheless. Lou then gets pushed down to fourth with these quicker drivers coming through. Rob Scott then fifth. Also just picking up a great big penalty there as well. That's not going to help his efforts. Graham Reed 6, also going quicker, 135.6 on the board for him. Fifth place, DMK Dominator as well, 135.6. Sixth place, Duds 7th, 135.9. Also holding a penalty. Room 3, 8th position, 136.5. New driver to the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup Series is Room. Good luck, my friend. I hope you get on all right. The Sonic livery of Old Crawler, currently sitting 10th, 137.3 for him. And Rob Scott still just pootling around at the back, ready to put that hot lap in. He's got to be get a shufty on though. 2.5 minutes left of quali. D Dot now then goes quicker, 134.1. Also rocking the Vroom livery on the side of his car as well. And obviously a Dark Smoker sticker on the back end as well. Good lad. Got a couple smashed on there. Oh, Millerman's actually gone quicker again. 134.4. One Eye Lou also going quicker, 134.5 as well. Gets himself back up to third. Johnsky fourth, 134.5. Cutler then gets pushed down to fifth, 134.6. There's only half a second between the top 5 at the minute in this qualifying session. Rob Scott 6, again him and Pajonski will be pretty tight round here, I'd have thought. What do you both got? Rob Scott puts in a 151.7, not great. What did Pajonski do? 139.3 then. Hopefully they're not getting involved with each other to compromise each other's laps. Cutler squealing the tyres of that Mini then. So all out on the soft tyres for qualifying, as to be expected. It'll be interesting to see what everyone goes for in race 1. So obviously if you put soft tyres on for race 1 and everyone, you know, people put hards on, you're bound to gain an advantage. But then when it comes to the second and third races, it all comes back in the other driver's favour. Again, we'll see how everyone gets on. Millerman smashed a 133.8 in for pole. D Dot then gets pushed down to second, also dropping into the 133s there. One Eye Lou on that 134.5. Johnsky right behind him, 7,000ths. In fourth, Cutler still fifth. Quickest to 134.620. Rob Scott 6th. Graham Reed 7th. No score to show for him. Looks like he's left to come back. DMK Dominator in 8th. 135.6. Duds in 9th. 135.9. Parked at the side of the track. So, yeah, I think it's just finishing these laps off, and that will be the end of quali. Room 10th. 136.3. Crawler 137.3 or 11th. So again, I think we're just going to let people finish these laps off, and that'll pretty much be it. Unless I've got my wires crossed and it's a 15 minutes quali. I'm sure it was 10. What we need to do, oh, sneaky Cutler's just got a 134.6 in. Gets himself back up into third position. D Dot also retakes pole position off of Millerman. By 200ths as well, 136.6. Oh, Cutler just going wide in the background. Maybe losing out there, dipping a wheel on the sand, we'll see. A little bit scruffy through there as well. Might Might just cost him a tenth or two. Yeah, he's a second down already. Not going to be a quick lap from Cutler then. So maybe it is a 15-minute quali that I've not quite paid attention to. Yeah, no, it is 10-minute quali. 10-minute quali. Cutler just saying, everyone pack it in now. All right. He's got himself into third now. Nobody else can have a go now. All right, stop it. D-Dot puts in, not that he needs to go any quicker. Sitting on that pole position, 133.6 then for D-Dot. Millerman second, Cutler third, One Eye Lou in fourth. He'll be happy with that. Pajonski fifth, Rob Scott sixth. Oh, sorry. Drivers leaving and coming back then, all getting the chucking themselves back into the pits so they can set their cars up with the correct tyres for race one. Obviously everyone's qualifying on the softs because they're going to be the faster tyre. No fuel depletion or tyre wear in quali either. Rob Scott then has gone for the medium tyre. We'll wait till the race gets underway before we go through everyone's setup. The sexy twit. Where is he? Come on. There he is. If you want to see this man's point of view, he will be racing, streaming it live on his Facebook page, D.90 over there. But you don't want to do that, do you? You want to stay here, don't you? Come on. You could have them both running. Some of the drivers do actually put the stream on while they're racing. It does give them a little bit of information about where other drivers are on track or tyre wear or something like that, what other tyres drivers are on. So they do gain a little bit of information. What are you doing, D-Dot? You're blocking him in. You're stopping Millerman getting off the grass. Or you're just having a wee chat there, laddie. Dominator showing off in front of you. We might see one or two drivers having some little sneaky practice starts here. We'll see. Everyone seems quite content to just roll around the track at the minute. Dud's parked up, has been for a few minutes. Room still out on track. Getting those practice laps in. Same for old Crawler as well. So we just wait for Cutler to set this lobby up. So he's also stuck on a set of mediums. Here we go then. Oh yes, he's had to change tyre wear and fuel, hasn't he? So tyre wear is now ×5, fuel depletion is now ×4. So again, nothing on for quali. Everyone on the softs, but when it comes to the race, settings do get changed a little bit. Is that Millerman doing donuts in front of him? Yes, it is. These minis don't drift. As hard as you may try. There you go. Millerman just testing the suspension work out on his car. Make sure it's all tight, no rattles. Make sure the handbrake works good. Obviously going to need that in the middle of a race. So a couple of minutes then, maybe a minute or so, while Cutler just sets up grid positions. D-Dot getting it all wrong in the background, straight into the wall. Have a quick look at tyres then. So Vroom is on a set of hards for race 1. Millerman also gone for the hards for race 1. Hards for One Eye Lou. Hards for D-Dot. Hards for Old Crawler, who's picked up masses of damage, so trip to the pits for him, although if the race starts he won't have to bother. Hards for Pajonski. Hards for Dominator. Mediums for Rob Scott. Hards for Graham Reeds. Hards for Duds. Cutler on the mediums. No. Cutler's on a set of wets. He's got wets on the front and intermediates on the front, on the rear. I hope you've noticed that, Cutler. Won't do you any favours driving around the track. Just mention that to him, shall we? I think that's just him leaving the lobby. Give him a couple of question marks as well, because obviously everyone else wants to know why he's come on, damn you. Oh my god, come on. Why is it all seized up? There we go. Yeah, so I think Cutler's just left the lobby then to get himself into the pits. Change his tyres. Yes, he's got the racing softs on board this time. I think Cutler's the only driver who's picked the softs for race 1. So he should be able to make a bit of a break in race 1. We'll see. Again, can be a tricky little circuit, the Sardegna's. Plenty of sand to catch your wheels on. Curbs are quite big as well. Here we go then, race 1 just about to get underway. 15-minute sprint race coming up. Let's get it on. On pole then, Millerman second, Cutler third, One Eye Lou fourth. I think that's his best qualifying result so far. Again, it's all about the tyres though, I think, in these races. So, revs up, red lights are going on, wait for those to drop. And they're away. Great big piles of wheel spin from all drivers there as they try to get away. Rob Scott already trying to make a move on Graham Reeds in the background. D-Dot trying to defend. He's got Cutler up the inside, sorry, up the outside, and Millerman looking for that position as well. Everyone just concertinaing up. No chaos through turn 1 so far. Turn 2's looking pretty clean as well. So D-Dot holds on to the lead then. Millerman goes a little bit wide. Cutler comes through to take second. They're still side by side actually. Again, Cutler on that soft tyre should have the advantage here. It looks like he's also pulling a little bit of time on D-Dot. Oh, there he is. That was the wrong driver. Let's get ourselves on with Cutler on the soft tyre. There is D-Dot and Millerman. D-Dot looking to take that first place back then down the inside of Millerman. Gets it. Cutler then slots himself up the inside of Millerman as well. And DMK and Pajonski side by side. A little bit of contact between Cutler and Millerman. Where's Millerman going? He's into the wall. That is his race done and done. I think I can guarantee he's pretty much picked up some damage. It's going to be a trip to the pits for him. Cutler comes through then, takes that top spot from D-Dot. And on those soft tyres, like I say, should be able to just start pulling away a little bit. We'll see. Have we got mine? Yeah. Right, get out of this view. So Cutler then under pressure from D-Dot, although he's taken race lead. He's under threat here from D-Dot. Pajonski's also got himself through into third. Millerman's been pinned into the wall, so we'll catch up with him and see how much damage he's got. Pajonski third, One Eye Lou in fourth, Rob Scott in fifth. DMK Dominator 6th, Graham Reed 7th. He's under a bit of pressure himself from Duds, looking to go up the inside here at turn 1. Backs off though, allows Graham Reed to keep it for now. Oh, DMK Dominator's got it all wrong through turn 1, sticks himself in the grass. Sand. Room comes through, Old Crawler comes through. DMK Dominator sticks himself in the sand, no contact, 10th place. Millerman comes in the pits, yeah, front end damage, transmission damage. It's going to be about a lap down by the time he actually gets on track. So Cutler on those softs, leading by about 3/4 of a second from D-Dot. On the hard tyre as well for Pajonski. This man does well on a set of hards, I'll tell you. One Eye Lou still holding that fourth. He's under threat from Rob Scott. Rob thought about chucking one up the inside there. Oh, One Eye Lou slung it off the track himself. Graham Reed goes through. Duds goes through. Oh, One Eye Lou drops himself down to 7th. Brings Vroom and Old Crawler a little bit closer to him. DMK Dominator trying to gain back up to this pack as well. No damage on board for him, luckily, but 3.7 seconds back from Old Crawler in front. Millerman back out on track then, 37, nearly 38 seconds down. Yeah, about half a lap down, unfortunately. But you never know. As you've seen, plenty of other people can get it wrong. Could see Millerman back in the middle of this fight at some point. Damn it. So Cutler extending his lead then over D-Dot, 1.4 seconds from this man here. He's still got Pajonski 3/4 of a second back. Both drivers on the hard tyre. Rob Scott also, oh, Rob's on the mediums, so should be able to close that up a little bit. Duds has got himself up into 5th then. He's managed to get past Graham Reed's. Reed's in 6th, Vroom 3 seconds down in 7th. Oh, he's got One Eye Lou all over the back of him. Up the inside, One Eye Lou almost piling the pressure on the 7th place man now though. Backs off before this turn. That's where we saw him run it off wide, but keeps it on track this time. Keeps himself in the fight with Vroom as well. Old Crawler and DMK Dominator, who has closed the gap back up. Oh, again, DMK Dominator, sorry, One Eye Lou just gets himself up the inside of Vroom, but Vroom carries a fair bit of speed through there. Again, One Eye Lou got the advantage through this turn and gets himself back up into 7th in front of Vroom. Someone to chase though for Vroom. Gets the slipstream down this straight as well. Background we've got Old Crawler just fending off DMK Dominator, but I don't know for how long. Looks like Dominator's going to go for the move down the inside here. Gets himself through into 9th after chucking himself off right here. Keeps it on track this time. Gets that place off of Old Crawler. And now back on the hunt for the 2 in front, Vroom and One Eye Lou. So it's all working in Cutler's favour in the minute on those softs. 3.3 second lead over Pajonski now, who's got himself in front of D-Dot. Rob Scott is caught back up with this pack as well. Pajonski ghosting out. He's trying to lose a penalty there. Oh, a tiny bit of contact. Oh my gosh, everyone nearly running it wide. Everyone having to slow down through there. D-Dot's going to lose a position here. Tiny bit of contact between Rob Scott and Pajonski as well, but Rob slots himself through into 2nd. He's also on the medium tyre, so should be a little bit quicker than Pajonski and D-Dot. Through this final turn then, a little bit wide there for, oh, he's on the grass. A little bit wide there for Rob Scott, picks up the grass, slows him down. There goes Pajonski through, and we're just about to see D-Dot coming through as well. No, we're not, he's just going to lose his penalty there. So unable to take advantage, unlike Pajonski, who's got himself back through into 2nd. Meanwhile, Cutler extends his lead 5 seconds up the road. Soft tyres starting to show that wear though. Tiny little bit of wear on the hards for Pajonski. A little bit on board for Rob Scott as well. D-Dot holding that fourth, trying to catch back up. Dud's just 2.8 seconds down as well, and if those boys in front keep fighting, I should allow him to close back up on the back end of those. Graham Reed's only 2.1 seconds back as well. And then there's a little bit of a gap back to Vroom Room 5.4 seconds back to Vroom Room in 7th. Still got DMK Dominator battling it out for that position as well. One Eye Lou looking to close back up on that fight. Now only 3.1 seconds down. Old Crawler 9.2 seconds down. Oh, Millerman in the pits, looks like he might be sitting out race 1. Cutler's being boring, so we're not going to see much of Cutler in this race. It's a good old battle here though, Pajonski, Rob Scott and D-Dot. There is Duds in the background, 3.1 seconds down. Graham Reed's losing a bit more time as well. In 6th now, 4.6 seconds down from Duds. Well out of danger from Vroom Room though, 3.7 seconds at the minute. Gap is coming down though. Still under threat from DMK Dominator here as well. Here's Vroom Room. One Eye Lou looks like he might have been off track again. Now 7.1 seconds back. And it is, I think, just tiny little mistakes from One Eye Lou costing him. Driving on pad as well, can't help the tyre wear out, I don't think. Cutler then extending 6.5 seconds up front. Pajonski, Rob Scott, D-Dot still in the same order. Dud's just in the background there coming through. We've got Graham Reed's 5.1 seconds down, having a bit of a lonely race at the minute. Room still under pressure from DMK Dominator. Are we going to see Dominator go for a move now? Working together, closing the gap up on Graham Reed's in front. Ah, Lone Wolf Racing, LWR, okay. DMK Dominator not punting Vroom Room into the wall, that's good. Straight out of turn 1 though, right on the back of him. Give him a little. Oh no, Dominator, no! It's as bad as that. Stuck a wheel on that sand, twisted his car around, he smashed it to the wall, and that's a trip to the pits for you, my friend. All sorts of damage on that car. Oh, he's going to lose positions left, right, and centre. Then One Eye Lou comes through. Oh, such a shame, Dominator. You were piling the pressure on Vroom Room there. Working together as well. Crawler 12.5 seconds back, but that gap will come down pretty quickly with a slow running Dominator. He'll end up in the pits as well. Hopefully sees the race out. Cutler 182 then, 5.8 seconds up front. Pajonski still comfortably second, 1.3, 1.4 seconds ahead of Rob Scott. Again, doing well on the hard tyre is Pajonski. Oh, Rob Scott getting it all wrong. Across the grass he goes. Got away with that without a penalty. Nope, gets half a second. That's going to bring D-Dot right back into the fight with him. Where does Rob Scott lose this penalty? There it is, loses it there. Doesn't lose too much time to D-Dot behind actually. In fact, keeps the gap pretty much the same, 1.4 seconds. but they're all just starting to spread out a little bit now then. Another 2.2 seconds up to second place Pajonski. There is D. in fourth, 1.5 seconds down now. Duds now 4.8 seconds back in fifth. Again, still 4.8 seconds back to Graham Reed's in sixth as well. 3.5 back to Vroom Room. One Eye Lou in eighth. Long way back though, 8.7 seconds from Vroom Room. Old Crawler another 15 seconds back from him. Dominator back out on track now though. Car fixed. How far back is he? 20, almost 21 seconds back from Old Crawler. But we have only got 2 minutes remaining of race one as well, so I don't think Dominator is going to be able to make anything up of this race, not without an incident or a crash from somebody else. I think we have actually got Millerman back out on the circuit now as well, just to finish off the race. Yes, we have. Saw Cutler's car get a little bit twitchy there. That's exactly what happened to DMK Dominator. Pajonski comes through there cleanly. Rob Scott through there cleanly. D-Dot through there cleanly. Again, nobody putting any pressure on anybody else at the minute. Great big gaps on circuit. Room having a lonely race now. One Eye Lou, again lonely race for him. They've all stretched out in race one. So just a minute left on the race clock. Some of these drivers will see another lap after this one. Cutler's soft's not looking too bad actually after 15 minutes. 4.8 seconds, sorry, 5.5 second lead over Pajonski. He's also gained himself 3 seconds over Rob Scott. Still not a lot of time between Rob Scott and D-Dot, just 1.7 seconds. Dud's well out of that fight now, 5 seconds down. Graham Reed's another 4.3. Nobody catching anybody else without putting it in the wall at least. So drivers will be crossing the line any second. Vroom Room first man to cross the line then. The timer has ticked over, so Vroom Room takes 7th. One Eye Lou is going to take 8th. Oh, just picks himself up a penalty at the end of that race. Crawler is going to come round for 9th position. He takes that 9th. We wait for DMK Dominator to come around this final turn. Again, picked up damage in this one, as did Millerman. Comes home for 10th though. Does Dominator backwards across the line. Don't know where Millerman is. He is going to be the next man to cross the line. He's not bothered about it now. Got race 2 and race 3 coming up. Again, another quick penalty there for Millerman. Won't affect him though. We just see race leader Cutler coming through in the background, 6.1 seconds in front. Taking the win in race 1 then Cutler. Pajonski coming home for a solid 2nd. 4.5 seconds ahead of Rob Scott in the end then. Rob Scott takes 3rd. D-Dot did close that gap back up to just about a 2nd. Takes 4th. Duds takes 5th. And then Graham Reed takes 6th position. Race 1 done and done. So, extra weight for the top 3 as well. That's a good point. I don't know whether the top 3 from last week carried over extra weight. We'll see. So race 2 coming up. Same track, same setup. They just all have to stick on a different set of tyres. So that's Cutler used the softs. Everybody else has got the softs left to play with, either in this race or race 3. Everybody else was on the mediums or the hards. What's going on here? Come on. Stop getting tangled up, you. Yeah, so Cutler taking the win then on those softs. Pajonski taking second on the mediums. Oh, sorry, apologies. Rob Scott was on the mediums. Took third. Pajonski on a set of hards taking second. Only 6.5 seconds down from Cutler as well. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do on a set of mediums and a set of softs. We'll see. Yeah, race 2 coming up. Might be a slightly different time of day. There we go. Reverse grid for race 2 as well. I think race 3 is position set as of final results from race 2, I think. Yeah, so Pajonski, sorry, Rob Scott just popping up in the chat there saying wait. Not as in to hang about, but as in to make your car heavier. So yes, top 3 from race 1 carry over extra weight into race 2. So Cutler takes from the standard 1050 kilos. Cutler's goes up to 1109, Pajonski's goes 1097, and Rob Scott's goes 1085 kilos on the weight. Everyone else will be the standard 1050. And a reverse grid as well, so it makes it a little bit more tricky for the winners, or the top few drivers from race 1. And again, same between race 2 and 3, the top 3 carry over extra weight. Just get myself on track, because I'm sure it won't be long before the race is starting. I was going to say, pretty much as soon as we see Cutler come out of the pits, he'll, well, I was going to say he might ghost and then start the race, but no, he's just started the race. So here we go then, race 2, reverse grid, top 3 carrying over the extra weight. Down for the count. Evening, brother, how you doing? See how they get on with this tricky Sardegna then. Different tyres for race 2 as well. I'll try and remember what everyone else had on in race 1, but very unlikely. Right, we'll wait for this second race to get underway then. Cutler started from the back. Most weight, and we'll see what tyres he's got on as well. They're away then. Great big piles of wheel spin from all of these drivers. They do seem awfully slow off the start compared to some of the racing you watch, but once they're underway, makes for some awesome racing. So Millerman, who sat out race 1 after getting a little bit of a nudge off track, he leads the way. He's on the medium tyre for race 1. One Eye Lou gets himself into second. Oh no! Dominator's done exactly the same thing we saw him do in race 1. He's picked up exactly the same damage as well. Oh, he'll be screaming in that helmet. He won't be happy at all. It is early on in the race, but it's at the beginning of the lap. It's a long way back to the pits for DMK Dominator, unfortunately. Hopefully gets himself back in the race, but Millerman getting himself under pressure from One Eye Lou at the minute. Millerman on the medium tyre. One Eye Lou on the medium tyre as well. We've got Graham Reeds just in the background. He's also on the medium tyre. Real good fight happening here up front. Duds in 4th then. He's got mediums. Or Crawley in 5th. He's on softs this race. Pajonski trying to get up the inside of him. He's also on the softs. D-Dot right behind him as well on the mediums. Cutler getting himself through to 8th already. He's on the hard tyre for race 2. Rob Scott in 9th on the hard tyre as well. Room on the medium tyre. And then poor old Dominator still rolling round, getting himself back to the pits. One Eye Lou just getting that final turn wrong again, picking himself up half a second penalty. They have pulled a bit of time over third place man Graham Reed's here. Duds is all over the back of him as well. One Eye Lou drops his penalty through there. Only 0.8 of a second back from Millerman as well. Oh, it's a second now. Oh, he's picked up another penalty. One Eye Lou, what are you doing? Graham Reed's all over the back of him then. Up the inside, Graham Reed's. One Eye Lou trying to drop his penalty through there. Does One Eye Lou hold on to it? He does, just. Still trying to lose that penalty. Graham Reed's looking for any way through. Does also looking for a slot through that little pile in front. Johnski in 5th though on them softs, should be closing up these top 4 pretty damn quickly. D-Dot in 6th, being chased by Cutler, who's made up another position on those hards. Vroom in 8th, Old Crawler 9th, Rob Scott struggling in 10th on the hard tyres in the extra weight. DMK Dominator back out on track now, car repaired. He's just under half a lap down, but 12 minutes remaining. If he gets a shufty on, might be able to still be able to make something of this race. 3 blocks of drivers then. We've got this one with DMK Dominator. Then we've got this pile here with Rob Scott, Old Crawler and Vroom 3. Rob Scott closing up. Just half a second back from Old Crawler. We'll be getting a good tow down here. Yeah, man, it was all right. It was a bit wet. It was a bit wet down for the count. Dried up in the afternoon, but yeah, we all got a bit wet in the morning. Closing up again on Old Crawler. Chucks one up the inside. Oh, Old Crawler comes straight across the track in front of him. Oh, missed a gear as well there for Rob Scott. Struggling. Old Crawler just escaping up the road. Here is last man DMK Dominator. 37 seconds down from Rob Scott, unfortunately. So back up front then, Millerman stretching out a little bit, 1.3 seconds from now Graham Reed's. He's also pulled a little bit of time from, Podjonski's got himself through into 3rd on those softs. Duds all over the back of him though. At the mediums, Podjonski carrying the 2nd most weight in this race. But they are all closing up. D-Dot and Cutler have separated a little bit as well. D-Dot closing his way back up on this fight, just 2 seconds back from One Eye Lou in 5th. 4.8 back from race leader. Cutler's another 3.1 back. Again, I think he's just struggling a little bit on the hard tyre with the most weight. Let's see if he can make anything of this one. Top 5 all getting a little bit closer together. Podjonski definitely closing up on Graham Reed's in front. A little bit of threat from Duds, but not too much. He's on the soft tyre as well, so that should help him out. Just 1.3 back from race leader then at the minute is Podjonski. Closes up on Graham Reed's again. Thinks about going around the outside here. Reed's holding that inside line, not letting Podjonski have an easy route through there. Holds his line through here as well. Got a bit of defensive driving from Graham Reed's here. Oh, unfortunately, that's compromised them a little bit. It's a little bit wide through there, left the door open. Podjonski does go through then. Duds actually closed up on him as well, but unable to make that position stick. And now Podjonski all over the back of Millerman, just 0.6 of a second. Coming round this final couple of turns, back onto this long start finish straight. Will Millerman be able to hold on to this top spot off Podjonski? 0.4 of a second in it. Coming down rapidly as well. Graham Reeds and Dudds side by side in the background, but Dudds just gets himself through, so he's up into third. Millerman holding that inside line. Pajonsky looking to stay out wide, get a better run on the exit. Millerman holds on to the apex though, but Pajonsky's carrying extra speed through this little chicane, should be able to get his way through, which he does. And up to the front then for Pajonsky. Can he start making a break from Millerman? Can he hold on to those soft tyres for another 7, nearly 8 minutes? Not too bothered about defending the inside lines for Pajonsky. I think he knows he can just carry the extra speed through these turns. There you go, just pulling away from Millerman in the background. Half a second right there. Is then race leader. Oh, what happened? No, Millerman takes that corner a little bit tight and dings himself into the wall. He's picked up a little bit of damage. That won't affect him too much, apart from on the long straights. Get a little bit wobbly, a little bit slower at high speeds. That could bring a D-dot into play here for 5th. So Pajonsky now then, 2.5 seconds of clean air behind him. Dudds up into 2nd then after passing Graham Reed's last lap. Graham Reed's up into 3rd. Millerman trying to hang on to this fight in 4th, 1.1 seconds down at the minute. D-dot in 5th. Cutler another 4.8 seconds down in 6th. He's now coming under pressure from One Eye Lou, less than a second back. One Eye Lou get past Cutler here. Different tyre strategies. Vroom 3 holding 8th position, 6.5 seconds back from One Eye Lou. He is only 1.6 seconds ahead of Rob Scott in 9th. Again, Rob's just picked himself up another penalty, drops that. Old Crawler 10th, 3.7 seconds down. Dominator closed up 10 seconds on Old Crawler, but still 27 seconds. Apologies, 20, yeah, near enough 27 seconds. A little bit too much to ask for now. 6 minutes remaining. I don't think Dominator's going to be able to get back into any kind of fight without a driver sticking it in the wall. Pajonsky then just starting to stretch out his lead here. 3.3 seconds, 3.4 over Dudds in 2nd. Good result for Dudds here if he finishes in 2nd position. It'd be also a good result for Graham Reeds if he finishes 3rd. Millerman still hanging on to the back of him though, just a second back. But it'll be costing him top end speed here, I think. See what sort of top end. Oh, Pajonsky's on a different tyre, so Dudds is hitting 6, 110. Yeah, there's a couple of miles an hour difference. Everyone up to sort of 122. Millerman couple of miles an hour slower due to that damage, but he's just keeping himself in check with these top 3. Oh, Graham Reeds gets himself all wrong, chucks himself into the sand. Luckily picks up no damage, so he drops himself into 4th, but puts himself under all sorts of pressure from D-dot in 5th. D-dot just driving straight around the outside of him. Thank you very much. Dirty tyres on board for Graham Reeds as well, so D-dot up into 4th then. Graham Reeds hopefully able to get back up to D-dot, put that pressure back on him, although his mediums are looking a little bit worn. Cutler's still a long way back, 4.3 seconds, so Graham Reeds safe for now. Vroom 3 in 7th, 8.3 seconds down. Still got Rob Scott for company, just 3/4 of a second back. Old Crawler now 7 seconds back. One Eye Lou 19.5 seconds back, so he is closing that gap up. DMK Dominator. Oh no, it's One Eye Lou's got it wrong somewhere. Dominator is going to have somebody to chase in. Just 3.7 second gap in between himself and One Eye. 3.5 minutes remaining then. Pajonsky leads 4.5 seconds over Duds. Comfortably in second at the minute as well, Duds. Under no direct threat from Millerman, 2.7 seconds down. Again, Millerman carrying that little bit of damage. D-Dot looking to close up on him. Ooh, gets a little bit wrong through there. Graham Reeves trying to hang on to that position as well. Try and get past D-Dot again, but I think his tyres are a little bit too blown out. D-Dot also on the mediums, half as much tyre wear on as Graham Reed's in 5th. Couple of 6th. Rob Scott does get himself past Vroom then. Hard tyre versus medium. Vroom actually picked himself up a little bit of damage, so I wonder if Vroom's got it wrong in turn 1. Crawler 10th then, 16 seconds back is One Eye Lou. Unfortunately, DMK Dominator just lost a bit more time, 4.7 seconds. Pajonsky then. So that gives him, did you have the hard tyre on for race 1, I believe? So you've got the medium tyre left to play with. Duds has got the softs for race 3. Millerman, I believe, has also got the softs. D-Dot has got the softs as well. I believe Graham Reeves has got the softs. Cutler has got the mediums to play with for the final race. Rob Scott has also got the softs to play with for final race. Vroom, I believe you had hards on for race 1 as well. So that gives you the softs. Old Crawler just getting himself back on track on the softs this race. I think that gives you mediums for the final race, I believe. Lou's got the softs for the final race, and Dominator has the softs on for the final race. Be a right punch up then with everyone on softs. So just over a minute remaining. Pajonsky, nice and comfortable up in 1st. Good points in race 1 as well. 2nd position, 1st in race 2. Where we saw Millerman pick up his damage, cutting that apex a little bit too tight. So most drivers are going to see another lap, not all, but most. Just 30 seconds remaining pretty much. No, maybe it won't be, maybe it'll only be about half the field. We'll see. Pajonsky then onto this start-finish straight. Starts his final lap then, 5.5 seconds in front of Duds. So just 10 seconds remaining on the race clock. Millerman 3rd. Oh, Graham Reeves and D-Dot battling it out. Graham Reeves has closed that gap back up. Just got his nose up the front as well into turn 1. Little bit of door banging between those two. Oh, D-Dot wide, he's on the grass. Sorry, sand. That slowed him right down. We have got drivers finishing then. Rob Scott takes 7th in race 2. Vroom takes 3rd. Sorry, 8th. Old Crawler is going to come home for 9th position. One Eye Lou is going to take 10th. Is Dominator just in the background, going to come home for 11th. Unfortunately picked up damage, did Dominator. Lap 1, turn 1 as well. Terrible. Dominator finishes the race then. Pajonsky just coming around these last couple of turns. Graham Reed's got himself in front of D-Dot. Can he hang on to that position? Yes, he can. D-Dot was on the sand, wasn't he? So that's put him well out of the fight. Pajonsky then through the final turn onto this start-finish straight to take the win in race 2. Again, good points tonight so far. 2nd and a 1st. Race win for Pajonsky then. Duds, he's going to be overjoyed with a 2nd. Millerman, unfortunately picking up damage, but does make up third position. Was leading this race for a fair chunk. Oh, D-Dot just coming back and taking Graham Reed's there. So D-Dot does take that fourth. Graham Reed's takes fifth. Cutler takes sixth. And everybody else we've seen. So I'm not sure whether Graham Reed's got that final turn a little bit wrong, or whether he just backed off and allowed D-Dot to come through. Maybe that contact in turn one lap, final lap, was maybe a little bit overzealous, shall we say. Yeah, good results again. So, race 3 coming up. Similar setup. I believe the grid order is as of positions from this race. So it'll put Pajonski back on pole. Duds in second. One Eye Lou's left the room. Why, One Eye Lou? Come back. We do sometimes get drivers leaving and coming back. Yeah, okay, looks like there was a tiny little bit. Yeah, Graham Reed's just saying sorry about that to D-Dot on that final lap tap into the sand at turn 1. D-Dot saying, no drama, bro. No drama, bro. Rob Scott and Old Crawler, what happened between you two? Maybe Rob just getting it a little bit wrong on the hard tyre with the extra weight. Yeah, tricky circuit is Sardegna. All of them. All of the Sardegnas are tricky. Whether it's the right way round or the wrong way round. Right, so time change again. It's 20 past 7 at night. Everything else stays the same, but grid order is as of results from race 2. So I wouldn't have thought it's going to be long before we get race 3 underway. Boy. Everybody out there looking to gain those tenths here and there on these turns. Figure out how much of this track you can drive over without spinning it around. Pajonski then on those medium tyres. Rob Scott's got the softs. Graham Reed's has got the softs. Dominator on the softs. Old Crawler on the always on the mediums. Room has got the softs on for Millerman, and Duds set of softs on. So it should be all action in this final race then. Everyone on the grippier, faster tyres. Everyone that is except Cutler is going to be on the mediums. There'll be one or two other drivers as well. Yeah, mediums for Pajonski's already used the hards in race 1, softs in race 2. As everyone set their weight. Nope, not going to get a chance for that one. Let's hope everyone has set their cars up. Got the right weights on board. Here we go then. Race 3. Pajonski on pole. Dud's second. Can he hold on to that? Millerman third. D-Dot fourth. Graham Reed's fifth. Cutler sixth. Rob Scott seventh. Room in eighth. Got Old Crawler in ninth. Dominator 10th and DMK, sorry, One Eye Lou in 10th and DMK Dominator in, oh no, DMK Dominator in 10th and, oh yeah, we lost One Eye Lou unfortunately, so only 10 drivers on track then. Race 3 underway, Pajonski leads, Dud's second, although Millerman slotting one up the inside of him already. Graham Reed's trying to follow him through as well. Decides he's going to try and slot one up the inside, but Pajonski holds on to the lead so far. Graham Reed's second, Millerman third. Dud's almost pushed down to fourth, maybe fifth here. D-Dot slots one up the inside as well, so does get pushed down to fifth from second. Now he's got Rob Scott looking up the inside of him and D-Dot. Oh, Graham Reed's is off track. That's going to slow him down. Now everybody looking for a way through. Dud's fifth then. Rob Scott losing a couple of positions. So we've missed a couple of drivers with that jiggery pokery. Go back through it then. Pajonski leading, Millerman second, everyone fighting for third in the background. We've got D-Dot, Graham Reeds. Oh, Graham Reeds! Oh, he went for the Scandinavian flick. And it's put him in the wall. Only a little bit of front end damage, and it does put him a little way off that pack. Now, will he get the car repaired, or will he not bother and just try and stick it out on those soft tyres as well? We'll see. As easy as that then. So Pajonski leading 1.2 seconds over Millerman. Millerman on the softs versus Pajonski on the mediums. And then it's all kicking off here in the background for third. I think we need a different view here. Got drivers coming up all over the place. D-Dot and Cutler nudging their way through. Dominator looking to come through here as well, holding fourth at the minute. Leaves plenty of room through there for D-Dot to come through. Oh, Duds has got it wrong in the background. He's driven himself off track. Room comes through to take seventh off him, then Duds drops down to eighth. Cutler though holds third from Dominator and D-Dot at the minute. Rob Scott looking to get, oh, again nearly loses the back end of that Mini there, Rob Scott. Dominator then looking to come through. Not managed it yet. Still tightly contested though, that third place at the minute. D-Dot looks to move up the inside of Dominator. That's not going to give him the line into this next turn though. Cutler runs wide. D-Dot looking for a way through here then on those soft tyres. Doesn't want to burn them out too early. Rob Scott closed that gap back up as well. Room in the background, seventh, just 1.4 seconds back. Duds 1.2 seconds back after getting turn one wrong. Crawler 3 seconds back in ninth. Graham Reeds with that little bit of damage 10th, but closing up on Old Crawler. So will he bother coming in the pits then? Will he bother? I don't think he will. No, he's closing that gap up on Old Crawler. He's going to lose too much time if he comes in the pits. Pajonski though, in the meantime, on those medium tyres, has stretched out his lead from 1.2 seconds to 1.7 versus Millerman on a set of softs. Millerman has got a little bit of a worry in the background though. He's got a Cutler, he's got a Dominator, he's got a D-Dot, he's got a Rob Scott all chasing him down for that second position at the minute. There they all are, the maniacs. Yeah, it can be very unforgiving these cars, really. Sitting steady through there. A little bit wide there for Dominator. Cutler closing up on Millerman though here. soft tyre versus, what's Cutler on? Oh, Cutler's on the medium for race 3. All over the back end of Millerman here. Through this final turn. Both drivers carrying good speed, pulling a little bit of time over DMK Dominator in the background. Now, can Cutler close up? We'll be getting a tow down here. Will they work together? Or will Cutler try and sling one up the inside at turn 1? Almost thought about it. He thought about it. Showed his nose to Millerman. He's brought Dominator back into this fight though. There is race leader Pajonski, 1.5, nearly 1.6 seconds up front. Again, Millerman under pressure from Cutler and a DMK Dominator. Rob Scott and Dud's Rob Scott and D-Dot closing up on this fight. Tricky little cars to control, these minis, especially in the high-speed turns. They sort of lose grip and then gain it again, and that can catch you out. So Pajonski, that gap down to a second. Maybe a little mistake for Pajonski then. Millerman closing up on him, dragging Cutler, Dominator, Rob Scott and D-Dot as well. Bit of a gap back to Duds then, 2.8 seconds in 7th. He's got Vroom just 1.7 seconds behind him, 1.8. Graham Reed 3.9 seconds back, picking up a bit of front end damage for Graham. Old Crawler 10th position at 4.5 seconds back from Graham. Right, Pajonski, he'll be wanting to stretch that lead out again. Are we going to see these boys behind work together to close the gap up? All championship rivals, so I can't see them working together too hard. Let's get ourselves on board with a bit of a Cutler, see if he goes for any kind of bumpy, drafty. Almost up the inside of Millerman then into turn there, but again Pajonski losing more and more time to these boys. Can he fend them off for another 7.5 minutes? Did have a decent sized lead as well, 1.7, 1.8 seconds. That is down to 0.2 of a second at the minute. Possibly going to lose that position on this next straight. Oh, Cutler, oh, he's just run a little bit wide, dips his wheel in the sand, slows him down a little bit from that second place fight. Dominator unable to make any moves on him with that. So are we going to see Pajonski get overtaken here? If Cutler can stick with him as well, he might be able to gain that advantage. Ourselves on with Millerman then as he chases down Pajonski, gap at 0.3 and coming down. Pajonski holding that left hand side of the track. If you want this position, you're going to have to work and go all the way around me, but Millerman slots one back up the inside here at turn 1. Cutler tried to show his nose, he's slow through there, Dominator goes through. So Cutler tried to have a stab at Millerman and it's cost him a position. Still hot on the heels of Pajonski at the minute. 6 minutes remaining. Dominator slots one up the inside here of Millerman, takes second. Cutler comes through as well. Millerman, from hunting down first position, has now just been pushed back to 4th. A real good fight here for 3rd position. Rob Scott and D-Dot not too far back as well. If these three keep fighting, which they are, Cutler just gets up the inside through the kink, but Dominator's got the line into this next turn. If he can outbrake, oh, Millerman doing everything he can not to smash those drivers off. Rob Scott and D-Dot have closed that gap back up then. It's going to turn into a right punch up for the last few laps. So D-Dot just 2.8 seconds down from race leader in 6th position. So everybody gaining a toe down this long straight. Again, what's the gap between Bajonski and Dominator now? 0.7 of a second. That should be enough to keep Bajonski safe into turn 1. Nobody able to make a move in there then. Dominator holds second. Again, closing up on Bajonski. Looking to maybe take the tighter line, trying to get up the inside of Bajonski into this next turn. Unable to do it. Bajonski holds onto the lead then for now. Just 4.5 minutes remaining. Real tight battle here then for the top spot. Pretty close to the top 5. D-Dot just falling off the back of that fight a little bit. There is still only 2 seconds between top 6 though. Still kicking off here. Oh, Bajonski sideways through that turn. Oh, Cutler off as well. Dominator goes through, Millerman goes through, Rob Scott goes through, D-Dot goes through. I'm not sure if there was contact between Cutler and Bajonski. That is a potential second race win thrown away for Bajonski. Oh, I can imagine he won't be happy with that. Rob Scott then, sorry, DMK Dominator takes race lead. Just 3.5 minutes remaining. Rob Scott holding second at the minute. Millerman third. D-Dot into fourth. Oh no, D-Dot just actually getting past Millerman then, using the toe of Rob Scott in front. Millerman slots himself into fourth. Bajonski and Cutler side by side. Cutler goes through to take fifth. Bajonski drops a penalty. Moves down to sixth. Duds then right in on this action now in seventh. Room another 5.3 back in 8th. Graham Reed's trying to close up on him, just 1.4 seconds back as well, so it could be on for a position here for Graham Reed's. Old Crawler, unfortunately, 14.1 seconds down in 10th. Dominator then starting to stretch out, 1.1 seconds. Oh, he's into the wall, he's into the wall. He's picked up rear end damage, slowed him down as well. Rob Scott comes through to take first then. Dominator second, D-Dot, D-Dot Cutler, oh my god, it's all kicking off. I don't even know which drivers to look at. Oh, D-Dot's covered in damage as well. What's happened here? Right, gonna have to run through this order again pretty damn quickly. Rob Scott then takes race lead. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Dominator now second. Again, he's going to be a little bit slow down this start-finish straight, but might just have enough time between himself and third place Cutler to fend him off till the end of the race. Cutler then in third. Millerman taking all sorts of lines through there. I'm not sure what's happening with Millerman. Is he just trying to stay out of the way? But Bajonski fourth, Duds fifth. Although Duds is piling the pressure on Bajonski now as well. Bajonski still holding that line into turn 1 though. Duds trying to run it side by side through there. It's a good bit of driving. Unfortunately, just has to back off into the second part. Allows Bajonski to regain that fourth position. Then Duds fifth, Millerman sixth, Room seventh, Graham Reed's in eighth, Old Crawler ninth, D-Dot then in the garage getting his car repaired. Unfortunately, that puts him at the back of the pack with only just over a minute to go. Rob Scott and Dominator then have pulled a bit of a gap from third place Cutler. 3.7 seconds. There's only 1.3 in it between those two. Rob Scott on a blown out set of softs then versus DMK Dominator with a blown out set of softs and rear end damage. Losing a couple of tenths to Rob Scott in front, but not losing any time to Cutler. 4.3 seconds down, 4.4 for Cutler. Bajonski in fourth, just behind, closely chased by Duds. Still got Millerman just in the background of that fight as well. Room Now only 2 seconds back, but this will be last lap as they cross the line. Graham Reed's in 8th, then Old Crawler 9th, and D-Dot. Oh, he's testing the drift capabilities out on this final lap, and why not? Nothing to lose for D-Dot now, unfortunately. So, final lap time then, just 3 seconds remaining. So we will see Old Crawler take the first of the positions tonight. Coming over 9th position then, Old Crawler. D-Dots, if he finishes drifting that mini, which he hasn't. He might have now. Now he's broken it. I think that's your drifting days done, D-Dot. So D-Dot's going to take that final position then. Rob Scott is holding first. Dominator second. Still kicking off here. Pajonsky holding on to 4th just by the skin of his teeth. Oh, Duds running up the outside. Gets the position. Millerman all over the back of him as well. Can Pajonsky come back at him? Don't think he can. Into these last couple of turns then. You see Rob Scott. Big old gap between himself and Dominator at the end of this one. Let's just keep an eye in the background. Cutler in 3rd. Dudd still holding 4th then. So Rob Scott takes 1st. Dominator's going to come home for 2nd position. Cutler taking 3rd. What's going to happen here? Cutler 3rd, Dudd's 4th, Pajonsky 5th, Millerman 6th, Vroom 7th, Graham Reed's taking 8th, Old Crawler 9th, and D-Dot in 10th. Race 3 done and done. There we go. Some more great racing from the Mini Cooper Cup. The CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, no doubt. Best mini league on the game. See what everyone's got to say about that one. Graham Reed's not got a lot to say. He's already left. Rob Scott, that was a phenomenal race. Was a bit fighty. Millerman's left. D-Dot's left. Anybody else chatting? No. So, that was round 5 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. What have we got coming up this week? We're back this week on Wednesday at 8:30 with the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League hosted by MRC. We have got Thursday. What time's that? Let me just have a look at that. We've got a team versus team. And that is... So that's an 8 PM start again on Thursday. 2 races, and it is a team versus team between Asylum Racing and who's the other ones? Oh, the GTHR boys, the Hutzgebe people. So we're going to see the GTHR boys again out on track. GTHR, Hilaric Racing. Are you the Greeks? Are you the Greek lot? I believe you are. So that's on Thursday, 8 o'clock. Team versus team. Asylum Racing versus GTHR. Friday night back for GTTCC. I will catch up with last week's rounds. Unfortunately, family dramas happened, so I had to deal with those and missed last week, but I will catch up with those maybe tomorrow if I get time. If not, I'll try and get them done before Friday at least. And then back Monday the following week for round 6 of this. So Wednesday 8:30 for the GR3s, Thursday 8 o'clock for the team versus team, 9 o'clock on Friday for GTTCC, and yes, back at 8 PM on Monday for the next round of this. Come and check it out. So that's pretty much going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you fancy helping my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/startsmoker. I am going to get rid of that at some point, I think. And drop a little donation on there if you want, or if you actually want something for your money, then give me a shout and I can send you a couple of stickers for about the same price. £3 for a pair, and I've got shirts available as well. They are £22 plus free postage and one free sticker. Down for the count has actually got one of those stickers. Oh, he's got the stickers and the t-shirt. So yeah, there you go. Repping. Thank you, gents. Other than that, that's pretty much going to be it. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell all your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.